Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm just gonna be painting a bit, making some art, and as you can see trying to skip some rocks. I came upon this spot which I thought was very beautiful, so I decided to take a picture of it and paint it when I got home. I decided to use my Winsor & Newton gouache, which I really like. I have been using gouache a lot lately. I think it's a great medium. I just love that you can layer really well, which you can't really do as much with watercolor. So here's a little speed paint of me, painting the scene. Doesn't look exactly like the reference picture, but that's okay. I usually don't strive for that anyway. And then I came upon this very beautiful and serene lake, and there was nobody there, which surprised me because I've been to this place a few times before and there were always people, but there was nobody here. Also, I do not know what jumped in or out of this lake at that moment. I watched it back several times, I cannot see it. Maybe it's a fish, maybe it's a bird, I don't know. Anyway, here I'm just sitting at the lake and I really like this image, so I decided to paint this as well, again using my Winsor & Newton gouache. So here I wanted to do a very satisfying feeling scene, whatever. But unfortunately I ripped up a little bit of the paper, which, oh man, I hate that. Anyway, it wasn't the worst, the painting didn't get destroyed or anything. But anyway, here's the final result. I'm pretty happy with it. And here's my cat. She's so cute. I know, you probably have seen her in several other videos as well. We actually have another cat, which you'll see in a bit. And she meows really, really weird. Hey! Ja, het is er. Ja. Here I am setting up my next two paintings. I decided to use my watercolors this time because I hadn't used them in a while. And I actually really liked using them, which I was a bit surprised about because I loved using gouache so much. You know, because you can layer it so well and you can also kind of use it as watercolor. But I noticed that watercolor is just a little bit different in a way that you can get different kinds of textures, and yeah, I don't know, I just thought it felt very nice to use my watercolors again. And I decided to paint this lily pond. And I used a very dark blue mixed with some green to make the water, and I really like how it looks. I have no idea what the name of this sketchbook is that I'm using. I got it as a gift I think for Christmas last year, and I really like it. The paper is surprisingly not very thick, and yet it still holds quite a bit of water, so I can paint in it, which is very nice. But there's no name inside of it, no brand, no information whatsoever, so unfortunately I cannot tell you where I got this from or like what kind of brand it is. Anyway, I do really like this sketchbook. I do think the paper is a little bit too rough, so it's a bit difficult to use when you're drawing with pencils. Especially if you want to erase something, the paper gets even more rough and it kind of damages the whole paper. But I think for pen drawings and painting, it's great. Here I am sketching out my second painting, which is a picture of two ducks. I just find ducks adorable. I don't know why, I just do. My whole Pinterest feed, or like my board with references is filled with pictures of ducks. They're so cute. I love drawing them, I love painting them. Yeah, so I could not resist the urge to paint them here as well. I decided to first paint a little bit of the background since the ducks are white, and it's a bit difficult to paint against a white background when your object is also white, because then it's a bit hard to see how dark your shadows really are. I really think just leaving out a little bit of a white dot in the eye really makes the duck look alive and realistic, and I just think it also looks super cute. Now I'm just adding in the grass in the background. Luckily this time I did not rip off any paper when removing the tape, so that was great. I noticed that when you first put down the tape on like your table and then rip it off a few times, it becomes less sticky, and that way you won't rip off the paper as easily. Anyway, here are my last few paintings that I did. I decided to cut out the picture, or cut out the painting of the lily pond and use it in my calendar. I'm like making a calendar for myself. But yeah, I decided to stick the painting of the duck on the next page, otherwise it looked kind of weird. And I just did not know what to paint this day. So I just went with the flow. That sounds weird. Anyway, I just used my watercolors again. I just did not use any reference pictures, did not really have a plan. I just wanted to use whatever colors felt right and just do whatever felt right. And it was actually really fun. I hadn't done anything like this in a while and I really enjoyed it. For this orange, I did use a reference picture, but didn't really look at it too much. Just, I don't know, I just wanted to look at the shapes and the shadows. I didn't really want to spend too much time on it, I just quickly painted it. Now I'm putting some of my colored pencil on top of the paint, which I thought looked pretty nice, but it's a bit hard to see on camera. Now I am going to paint another duck, draw another duck, not paint. And I used a reference picture. I really like how the blue pops off against the orange. Here I attempted to very quickly paint a duck, but it didn't really look great. It's okay, this whole spread was just to have fun and not really worry about anything looking like the reference picture too much. If I even used a reference picture. Yeah, I just had fun with it. Anyway, here is my last drawing that I did in this spread. It's another duck for the surprise. Again, I used my color pencil. I just really love using these Faber-Castell pencils. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye!